Hello and good evening and welcome to a very special program on Cricket Predicta, only on NewsX, powered by 1xBet. In a much anticipated kickoff of the 17th season of the Indian Premier League, reigning champions Chennai Super Kings, yes, Chennai Super Kings will clash with the Royal Challengers Bengaluru at Chennai's M.A. Chidambaram Stadium with Chennai's star opener Rituraj Gaikwad stepping into captain's role, replacing the iconic Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Yes, CSK without Mahendra Singh Dhoni's leadership looks like a little weird combination, but that's for the takers. The match takes on added significance despite Chennai's historical dominance over the Bengaluru in the previous editions of the later is determined to start the season strong as both the teams finalize their playing 11s in few moments right now. Chennai's home ground has an advantageous position for the home team and a strategic focus on spin bowlers pose a formidable challenge for the Bengaluru, who lack comparable spin options, with the toss potentially dictating the course of the match. Cricket enthusiasts eagerly await the spectacle of the two of the IPL giants batting together out in what promises to be an exhilarating opener. Yes, as the stage is set for IPL's big match, we are joined by the big names in the studio and from Chennai. Again, when you talk about Chennai, when you talk about Bengaluru, you talk about Virat Kohli and Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Well, we don't have a Dhoni coach right now, but we definitely have someone who's selected, played and looked at Dhoni from close quarters, the Atul Vasan, who's going to join us in few more minutes. But more importantly, we have Mr. Rajkumar Sharma, yes, the Dronacharya body coach, the star coach, who is going to be talking about what his meeting transpired between Virat Kohli, the good coach and the junior coach, joining us from Zimbabwe, Harare. He's Stanley Chizwa. He's the former assistant coach of the Zimbabwean team. Of course, he spent much time analyzing and he's now available with us throughout talking about the analysis. Well, without further ado, let me go on to the star coach himself. Mr. Rajkumar Sharma, welcome to the show. We are very eager to know what transpired a couple of hours ago between you and Virat Kohli in the same room that you're sitting right now in Chennai. Spill the beans, sir.
So yes, he was here and, we talked a lot because he's back from England after he's blessed with a baby boy.
Right.
And so he looked very happy, he's very fresh. And he's daring to go for this IPL. He knows the importance of his role for the team, and he's very excited about this season because he feels that it is a very good side.
Right. Sir, did he look leaner? Do you think he's in the zone? Of course, he's a star player. You don't have to take guesses when it comes to being in the zone. But what did he look like today? How was he zoned in today?
He is looking very positive. He's looking fit. He's raring to go. As always, he has got that hunger to go and perform as he has always done. So he's just waiting to kick off this IPL and be among his fans and among the runs.
Well, absolutely. We are definitely eager to know what transpired. Sir, spill some beans about the personal, about the fatherhood bit. And the reunion that you have with him. You share like a father and son bond, you've told that. That makes you a grandfather in the second edition as well. Is that
definitely
true?
Yeah, that is true. That is true. We were very happy. We were also very happy when he was blessed with the baby boy. He showed him to us on video call from London. And this is the first time today I met him after he's been blessed with the baby boy. So he looked very happy, a very satisfied father and very happy guy. So I was really feeling good for him that he's enjoying his life. He's a good family man, as everybody knows. And he was just showing his pics to us, and he was really excited about the coming IPL, and he just want to concentrate on the match and want to perform and win the trophy for the RCB.
Absolutely. Big match today. Stanley, you've been keeping an eye on IPL for far too long. What is your assessment of the big match today? Do you think it's the Southern India Derby is keeping people very excited, and especially the fans from world over, like you yourself, an analyst?
Well, for starters, you couldn't have asked for a much bigger start to the IPL season, and what a game we have in our hands here. I'm certainly looking forward to this battle. It's going to be a battle about spin. It's going to be a battle about big hitters. It's going to be a battle about reputation, especially for Chennai coming into this match. We know that they have not lost in quite a while against the RCB. So there's lots at stake. There's lots to play for. And we've got some big names who are in form. We've got some decent matchups, some very good matchups especially. So it's a match that I'm actually looking forward to. I won't lie. World over even.
Well, when you look at the statistical records, especially Chennai has dominated RCB when it comes to playing at this very ground. Your views, Stanley?
Well, it's a good time to start a season, isn't it? Especially for Chennai. They're playing at home. These are conditions they know very well. We know the slow nature of the wicket will certainly suit the Chennai Super Kings bowlers. They have plenty of world-class spinners. You talk of Ravindra Jadeja, you talk of Tiksana, you talk of Muhammad Ali as well. So there's an array. There is plenty of skill in that team. And I think it's that sort of wicket that really, really suits this bowling lineup. And especially for when you then look at the RCB batting, they have plenty of big hitters. But then they've also got a good balance of that touch and power game. When you talk of touch, you look at the superb nature of Faf du Plessis. You talk of Virat Kohli. These are batters who can bat an innings, which is key, especially in spinning wickets.
Well, that's an exciting thing that we're talking about the stats. And we are very shortly joined by ace Indian bowler Atul Vasan. But before I go on to him and talk about the stats, which he will be talking about, it's also a time to reflect back on the glory. What is your opinion about the two big giants of India, who perhaps just walking into the sunset of their playing career, especially MS Dhoni? Your views, Stanley, and then I go on to Atul Vasan for his view on Virat Kohli.
Mahendra Singh Dhoni, whether it's Virat Kohli, we're talking about two cricket enigmas here. We talk about the changing captaincy, especially with Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Captaincy is not just leadership in its own. Captaincy is a culture. Captaincy is strategy. Captaincy is mapping a way forward. And now we're seeing what could be a change in the fortunes, a new chapter for the Chennai Super Kings with the change in captaincy. But when we talk of the Chennai Super Kings, the history books will never be complete without the name of Mahendra Singh Dhoni.
Well, absolutely. Chennai and Mahendra Singh Dhoni are synonymous. Now, let's shift our focus to an interesting man, a Delhiite to the core, one of the best fast bowlers Delhi has ever seen, played for India, and now he holds no holds barred when it comes to talking about cricket. Atul Vasan, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
He's one of, again, it's talking about grandfathers. I think he's one of the fittest grandfathers to be present in the studio and who still makes the run and hits the bar at the same generosity as he does.
What are you doing? You're getting my stock down.
Absolutely. But
yeah.
I'm going to take you back onto an interesting part on Virat Kohli. You know, a couple of months ago at Kapil Dev's Diwali bash, you made a very interesting point saying that Virat Kohli should go down the order and he should make way for someone like Ishan Kishan or the new blood. Do you still hold to it, considering the kind of stats that you see on the television right now?
Where? You're talking about the Indian team?
Well, we're talking about...
what reference it is, because, you know, it's all relative. And, you know, batting order in T20, you know, it's like overrated, I feel so, because you've got 10 wickets to spend in 20 overs. You make sure, you know, the top order takes most of it. Power plays is something you require, maybe if you can, you know, a lot of permutations and mutations, and, you know, it is evolving. So let's not talk about one particular thing. When I made that comment, it was generic about the Indian team T20 scenario, because then if he comes down, then, you know, we have got more depth. It's my point of view. A lot of people send me hate mail on it. So, but this is the beauty of cricket, and especially T20 format. It's too much over-analysis of
Absolutely.
T20 format, and I think these statistics also, I'm not a big fan, because these they have to justify all the cricket analysts being hired by all the teams and all the paraphernalia they buy. So and statistics, as they say, is like bikinis, so they show a lot but hide the real bits.
I'm not too sure whether we're going to use that bit in our social media, but however, at a time of Roger Federer, at a time of Tiger Woods, Messi, Ronaldo, I mean, calling a player, I'm going to go on to the coach of Mr. Virat Kohli and just get his opinion. Do you think he's walking into the sunset of his career, especially the T20? And of course, the reference that we are making to few media reports that have emerged in the last 5 weeks. Your views, Mr. Rajkumar Sharma, on this?
Well, Sunil, as you rightly said, if people look at his stats and his current form, they should not be talking like this. And the people who are talking such comments, I think they hardly know about the game. I don't want to say much about it. People want to make a news out of something. If they will speak about any smaller player, I'm not saying Virat Kohli is too big a player, but if they'll write something about any other common players, nobody will look at that news. So the people want to make a news out of it, that they'll speak something about Virat Kohli and they'll be famous. So it is that sort of community which is talking like this.
No, I think I thought we are discussing this match, but right now we have gone ahead to T20 scenario, and I still hold my view. Rajkumar is right in his viewpoint. It is not something, but it is personal. When I make a comment, I may be wrong, but you can't hold it against me. And I thought that T20 is a format where if you got big stars, imagine. Let me give you a scenario. India is 140 crores. How many crores we are? So 1.5 billion.
Yes.
And we've got 8 players who were just recently till the last World Cup playing across all formats.
Right.
And New Zealand is as big as probably Delhi is half of Delhi.
Right.
Probably Okhla, where your studio is. And they've only got 4 players who play Test cricket, One Day cricket, and T20. So imagine, this is a new beast. And if you got a player, and I'm sure he's the best. I'm not saying they're not the best. Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, they're the best. But the point is that we need players who are only for this format, fearless, have not baggage, no reputation. Because Virat Kohli, I'll give you an example. The World Cup match, where when we lost. So till 7 overs, he was struggling. And by the time the big players have got that baggage that they will overcome and they will, then enforce it. But there's no time in it. And
Absolutely.
then we realize that we lost it. So if a lesser player, he only knows this kind of format, he will be just fearless, and if he goes out, and that works for the team. Well, so I think for T20 World Cups, but then why are they, and they want to be there because it's a franchise politics. I will tell this about later.
Yes, absolutely. Well, Atul Vasan is one who doesn't hold his shots, but at the same time, let me rattle a few statistics of Virat Kohli. Total matches, 237. Total innings batted, 229. 7,263 runs, 34 not outs, 7 centuries, 50 half centuries, average as 37, highest score 113, total fours 643, total sixes 234. And again, when we're talking about total catches taken, which is only second highest in IPL with 106, and total run out dismissals is done while fielding is total about 19 odd. Mr. Rajkumar Sharma, do you still are you aware of these stats, or are they pretty new to you?
No, I'm aware of these stats. Sunil, the important part is that he is the highest run getter in T20. And looking at the present form, I'm just saying age, why people look at the age? Look at his performance, look at his agility, look at his fitness. Why you're concerned that he's 35? If he can run fast, people are concerned.
There is no question of age anyway.
Mind you, why you want to have fresh legs when he can run faster than them and he can score better than them? That is what he has been doing. He's the guy who has won. I would say that he has won the maximum matches for India till today. I'm saying, Mr. Atul Vasan, he is the guy who has won the maximum matches for Team India till today. I'm saying.
So on the outset, let me say something. I totally believe, and I'm sure that he's the best. We all know that. These statistics mean nothing. It is a given. Let's start on the outset that he is the best we've got forever and ever. But the point is that the time is that why are we not winning the T20 World Cups and everything? Because of this certain baggage of these big stars, Rohit Sharma and all. They are the best. But do we need it for 20 format? We need fearless young cricketers who know only to play like this and they don't have anything to fall back on and their database.
Where do the experience goes? When you face the team like Pakistan, if you remember the last game India played against Pakistan, where were the youngsters? Where were the other guys who single-handedly won that crucial match? You shouldn't forget all those things, you know.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair,
I mean, who could have won? Which youngster would have won that game from the place from where he won the match?
But so, you don't know yet. So if somebody would have been there.
Well, like a referee, let me just jump into this discussion. These are two old friends who've known each other for over 4 decades. Of course, it's like a sparring match between the two. But yes, they hold their point and they stick to their turf. But again, the final question I want to ask you before wrapping up this, we'll have more time for this discussion as we go along. But right now, I want to ask you, first we're going to take Stanley. Stanley, what do you think about today's match? What does it look like? Do you think RCB is going to pull up a surprise, or is it going to be a cake walk for the Chennai team?
Well, look, when you look at the batting lineup of RCB, they do have the Arsenal. I suppose their only challenge perhaps will be in the bowling, in terms of do they have a bowling unit that really suits the conditions provided in Chennai, because I think it'll come down to which team plays spin a lot better here. So it's a battle of spinners. And I did mention, if you look at the spinning quartet of Chennai Super Kings, they have quality in that lineup. And then when you look at RCB, it's not a world class as one would say. Not to say they're not good enough, but it looks like it's more of a holding spin attack as opposed to a wicket taking attack, like which is what a CSK has. So I think this is a match which solely comes down to who plays spin a lot better.
Well, absolutely. I'm sure you're referring to the 4 spinners here. Quickly going on to Mr. Rajkumar Sharma. You're out there in Chennai. You know what the situation is. You know what the position is. What is your take on the game today?
Well, Sunil, I think it will be a big clash, and I think RCB has got a tremendous batting lineup. But as Stanley rightly said, they have got Chennai has got a superb bowling, unit, and that is going to be the main tussle. I would say this would be between RCB batsmen and Chennai spinners, and whosoever does well, I think will make a difference.
Well, absolutely. Now, before we go on to our next bulletin, I'd like to get Atul Vasan with his stats, his thoughts, his eyeball to eyeball
so let me on the outset say that RCB will not win the IPL. This is for sure. We can be here. Because they've got the best batting, they can chase 300, but they've got bowlers who will go for 300. If you look at the bowling attack, if just going prima facie by the team, you never know. But this is a problem when you have auctions and mini auctions. That sometimes the balance, the best spearhead in spin bowling is Karan Sharma. So then, rest is history.
Sunil, I would request that this statement of Mr. Vasan should be recorded and should be shown when RCB wins this year.
Well, he's got a historical point. Just a week ago, the ladies have done it, although the men haven't. But yes, for posterity's sake and for the sake of argument and carrying forward your friendly discussions.
So if RCB wins, I will never argue with Rajkumar ever in my life again.
Well, that's an amazing statement. 2 friends from Delhi. That's all we have time in our show. We'll catch you with more IPL action as we go along. We have 2 of the best analysts in the house, Mr. Rajkumar Sharma, Stanley, and of course, Atul Vasan, who will be joining us throughout the show. And that's all we had time for. Keep watching NewsX.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.